Hello and welcome to Outside In. My name is Steven. Blessource contacted me again and asked me if I would be willing to review their USB charge cable. And I've thought, what in the world would I do to test and review a USB charging cable? And then I had a few ideas, but what is different about this cable than most that you will buy is a 4-in-1 magnetic USB cable, which is right here. The Blessource 4-in-1 magnetic PD USB cable. So it's 4 basically cables in one. I had an idea for a few additions that they could do to this, but we'll see how many. I'm thinking if it works the way I'm hoping it will, I come up with an idea to make this into an 8-in-1 cable. And this is the cable. Very nice cord, if that'll focus. Very, very flexible. It's magnetic and you just pull on it. And it's a USB-C cable, and you fold it up and push it down, and now it's a lightning cable as well. And then on this side, if you pull it up, it is a USB-C here. It can be USB-C to USB-C. And on this side, if you fold it up and push it down, it's a lightning cable on this end. You can have USB-C on this end and lightning on this end, but you can also turn this end into a USB-A cable, USB-A to lightning, or USB-A to USB-C. Now, the idea that I had, and I'm hoping this is going to work, but with some additions, possibly we could turn this into an 8-in-1. Now, the first addition that I wanted to show is this USB-A, USB-A. Then what you could do is you could attach it to the USB-A side on this side of the cable, and then you could add another cable into here to extend it. That would make it a 5-in-1. What I found out is really cool about this is if you take off one end and turn it into a USB-C on one side, plug it into your cell phone. Now I'm assuming this may work with iPhone, but like I said, I don't have an iPhone to test this with. Take the other side and leave it on the USB portion. Buy yourself an adapter that is USB-C on one side, USB-A on the other. This is what I talked to Lisa about at Blessource. I told her that I was going to be doing these tests so they could update this cable. Okay, so plug your adapter into the USB part of the cable. Now I tried the USB-A to USB-A coupler to extend it. This is like an extender. That didn't work, but the USB-C to USB-A, take a hard drive, a flash drive, and plug it into the USB-A port. And then if I look at my phone, I now have access to that drive. Carry around movies with me and watch movies. Or pictures or transfer files. So that is pretty awesome. So that worked. That worked. Always make sure when you unplug a flash drive from your phone, you should get an option, if you can see that says eject. Make sure you always hit the eject before you pull out a USB drive, because if you don't eject it properly, you can damage your hard drive or your flash drive. Now, you know what? You probably wouldn't even need the USB-A to USB-A coupler. You probably wouldn't even need that, because you could just get one that has USB-C on one side and USB-A on the other. You can use that for making your cable longer. You can also turn this into an OTG cable. That is awesome. I love that. Also, you can get an adapter. I wanted to get a cool looking one, but this is the only one I could find that's micro USB. What you could do is you could put it back together to make it a USB-A on that side, and then plug in your adapter And now you have micro USB socket for plugging in a micro USB device. Because I know people still have micro USB devices because I have them myself. So it's nice to be able to still have one cable and carry around a few adapters, and hopefully Blessource, you can update your, because now we know that not only is this, as it comes in the package, USB-C to Lightning, USB-C to USB-A, but now we can put on this adapter and make it an extender to put a longer cable on to make it go farther if you need to. That's 5-in-1. And you can also use this as an OTG cable. That's 6-in-1. You can turn this into a micro USB input. That is 7-in-1. Also, with another little adapter that I bought for this test, USB-C to micro USB, to turn this into a micro USB cable in case you might need it. We all have micro USB devices that we need to plug into from time to time. So now this makes it officially an 8-in-1. Now I will put links to all these adapters. Something else that Blessource sent me, when they contacted me, the first thing I did was I went and I looked at their store to look at their cable to see what it was all about before I made my decision. Well, when I was on their store, they have another product that caught my attention, and it is a 140 watt USB-C power adapter. So it's a charger is what it is. And I believe it's 20 bucks. But look what it comes with. It comes with, I think they said 6-foot USB-C cable. So right there is your extension that with the adapters that I found, you could actually put these two cables together to make a really long one if you needed to in a pinch. Okay, so let's look at this. It says on their store that this is for Mac, and actually it does. It looks like a Mac charger, doesn't it? That's the way they sell it on their site. But it also says that it works for any USB-C device, phone, Android as well. When I saw this, I asked Lisa if they could send me one to show with their cable. And she said, sure, we'd be glad to do that. So thank you, Lisa, for sending this out to me. Now, I looked on their site, and now this just like a Mac charger, the prongs pull down, and then they fold up for storage. But this here, just like a MacBook, also comes off. Now, I'm thinking that you could probably use one of those electric cords that would plug right into that, and then this would end up being like you would have an extension for your charger. But I'm assuming that this possibly, it depending on what part of the world you live in, I'm assuming maybe that this part here may come with your European plugs, depending on where you live. I'm not sure, because I didn't see it, unless I missed it on their store. I did not see that information in the description. So I'm only assuming that that's what this comes off for, so you can get different adapters for different parts of the world. But I think this would fit. Oh, look at that. See? Okay. All right, now if you can see that or not. See this cable? I can't remember what this is actually called, but I know if you look at this, you're going to know what I'm talking about. If I can find a link to the ones that I purchased, I will put a link to this as well. What's great about that, it plugs right into that. So let's just test it here first. Before I confirm anything that you can do it, let's plug it in here and see if it works with this extension. The only way to know for sure if this is going to work is we need to plug it in to our phone and see if it starts charging. So, yep, it's working because we have a little blue light on this cord here. All right, so let's plug in, and there we go. It's fast charging. Wow. All right, so it works. So that cord works. That works beautifully to take along with you to have as an extension, or we could just plug it in right into a wall socket and then plug into our phone. There's one more thing I want to try. I want to test the idea that I had of using one of these adapters, the USB-C to micro USB, and hooking it onto this cable to be able to charge micro USB devices. Now this is an old cell phone I had laying around. It's working good. Okay, that's beautiful. Alright, so that works too. So, yes, this is a 4-in-1 magnetic USB cable, charging cable, PD, power delivery. It handles up to 60 watts, which is pretty awesome. This charger that they sent me, that they have on their site, I'll put a link to it as well. This is a 140 watt charger. Now they have a 118 watt, but I think this is 20 bucks. The 118 watt, I believe, is 16 and change. So for a little over $3 more, get a 140 watt one. I would go with the 140 watt one. And 20 bucks. And this cable, a 4-in-1 for $16. I turned this into an 8-in-1 instead of a 4-in-1. I have an Apple charger, and boy, this looks identical. It even feels about as heavy as an Apple charger as well. Thank you again, Lisa from Blessource, for sending these products to me to test and review. And I really, really hope that you guys can update this cable to be the 8-in-1. That would just be so incredible to be able to have an 8-in-1 cable. And that is going to do it for this video. So, as always, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Find someone that needs a reason to go on and give them that reason. God bless each and every one of us, and I will see you in the next one.